Yo, we are back at it with the Tyrant of the tower defense game thing. We're back though. It's been a while, my bad. But I've been working on some shit in the backgrounds. But either way, we're back. So we're gonna read a couple chapters, probably 2, and then probably do another video sooner than last time. So let's go. Ash was a spoiled bastard. I could tell. He was the nasty prince who enjoyed all kinds of entertainment. Girls. Women. Okay. Booze, yeah. And was an embarrassment to the empire. There was no way such a guy would come all the way down to the countryside empty-handed. So naturally, he brought some premium alcohol all along with him. Let's have a drink, Earl. Unless you don't want to. No, not at all. I never said that. Come in, your Imperial Highness. Bring all those in too. And like his attitude? I like his attitude because it's easier to see through. Work. Yeah, she's being like fucking, tortured pretty much. Holy shit. Holy moly. This place reeks of alcohol. This guy doesn't just love alcohol, he's an alcohol addict, bro. Addicted. An addict. It's been a while since I drank with other people. This cup is clean, right? The house can be a mess, but I must keep the cups clean at least. That is the courtesy I show to alcohol. Okay. Let's see what drink you brought. Imperial whiskey from the first year of Peacemaker. Good lord, isn't this very precious? Peacemaker is the middle name of the current emperor of the empire. Okay. In other words, the drink was made during the year of commemoration of the emperor's enthronement. And so, they're very expensive. I brought this expensive drink for you, so please be kind to me now. My intention must have been conveyed even without words. Then cheer. Ha! It's premium, alright. The way it goes down the throat is different than other drinks. Okay. You just shoved it down your throat. How could you feel anything? If I want to make it an accurate comparison with the cheap drinks I usually drink, this should be treated the same way. That way I evaluate it fairly. Yeah. Is that right? I don't really drink alcohol that much, so I was not sure whether he was speaking nonsense or not. Well, at least Ash should be able to handle it if he just drank a lot. Anyway, Earl of the Frontier, I've got something to talk about today. Don't bring up other topics. Just drink and go back home. If you want to talk about anything else, get out. I mean, at least give me something to eat on the side. He's only pouring alcohol into his stomach. Old drunkard. Here, take this. What's this? Dried fruit. I made it with fruits I harvested from the orchard over there. You own an orchard? Over there. Do you see it out the window? There's one right behind the mansion. The small one. I manage it as a hobby. Then, thank you for this. Ah! What is this? So bitter. How am I supposed to eat something like this? How rude of you to spit out fruit that I have harvested myself. He had the same reaction. Ah! You can't even eat it either. It's terrible. I know I grow them myself, but these are trash. Here, it's a gift. Take it. Why are you giving away something you can't eat as a gift? If I could eat them, then I'd do so myself. Why would I give them to you? Don't say something so obvious. I guess. He blabbers nonsense in an oddly persuasive way. Crossroad is located on the southernmost part of the continent. Yeah. The sunlight is rich and the soil is fertile. There is no better land for fruit farming than here. Then why does it taste like this? Not only is it good for growing fruits, but it's also great for growing all kinds of crops. Okay. If only the monsters didn't attack so often, that is. It's a problem that the monsters destroy the fields and kill the farmers. But they also sprinkle the land with muddy mana as they die. Then do you know what happens next? The entire area gets contaminated. The land becomes cursed, and you won't be able to grow any crops anymore as long as they will die before long. That's why there are no farming fields around Crossroad. The Earl looked down at the glass, complicated eyes. The golden liquor in the imperial family made with grains and fruit that cannot be harvested in this area. Then why are you taking care of your orchard? Everyone lives with at least one regret, no? That orchard is my regret. Can't even get drunk when I want to anymore. Earl of the Frontier, you guess why I'm here today? Didn't I tell you to get out if you wanted to talk about anything other than alcohol? If you want to kick me out, then do so. But I have to say something. But I have to say what I have to. The monsters started moving again, and their scale is extraordinary. The last invasion consisted of 1,000 living armors, and we somehow stopped them. But the wall, it was severely damaged, and we lack soldiers. We desperately need troop reinforcement. Earl of the Frontier, I'm saying that I need the help of the soldiers under your command. There are no soldiers under my command. I came here already aware you have private soldiers that work for your family. But what I do have is friends I picked, taught, and walked the battlefield with for my entire life. But when I gave up my lordship, when I let go of that spear and shield, they also laid down their weapons. They are all retired now. Please, reconvene them. No use. Because this land is not worth protecting. What do you... Don't risk your life for nothing. To protect these worthless fronts. And to help everyone run away. From distant ancestors. Until now. A man from a family whose purpose was to protect this land. Said so. Come on, your highness. Why did you come to this land? Everything on this land is only dying. There's no hope and no future. This is my advice, having spent my whole life protecting this place. Leave as soon as possible. Before being devoured by the curse of this land. Your Highness, was the persuasion successful? Nope. Failure. I got a present, though. Well, not everything can work out in one day, right? You intend to keep coming. Well worth the effort. By the way, I wonder what happened to Earl Cross. Seems that he went through a huge crisis. Lucas, you know anything about it? No, not at all. And Eider said that I need to hear it directly from the Earl. Damn director. Anyway, that is that. Until the moment of battle, I will do what I can. Do what I can. I have to repair the wall and prepare for the war. No matter what I hold in my hand, the monsters will come. And I have to kill them as efficiently as I can. To the best of my ability. Let's return to Crossroad. We've got a lot of things to do. Now, stage 2. The big rats. Big rat niggas. There's going to be 3,251 of them. And then 3, bigger rats, I see. All right. Interesting. Well, next chapter. All right, chapter took a little bit to load, but it's fine. The next morning. Just now, we shattered the giant sword stuck in the fort wall. We will remove all the rubble by today and start repairing the walls. There's no need to remove the rubble. Place it in front of the wall. It will make a great barricade. Protect. Perfect for a mousetrap. Yeah, like the sharp pieces. Yeah. What is the estimated time for repairing the wall? Because the state of the fort wall is worse than we thought. Get to the point. What is the expected date? It is 10 days from now. 10 days, huh? There's only a week left until the next stage. Time is running short. The fort walls of Crossroads were the result of the Empire's architectural technology. I know it can't be repaired by simply filling it in with some stones, but I will bring in the workforce and supplies by air. Finish the repairs of the wall in a week at all costs. But Your Highness! But what? Go ahead. No need to hold back your words. Bro's crying, dude. I know it's a very unreasonable demand, but I have to push on. I wasn't seeing things. I wasn't mistaken. 3,000. Rats the size of a large dog that I saw during the exploration. There were 3,000 of them. We need the wall no matter what. We will try our best. Thank you. I'll make sure to remember everyone's hard work and dedication. Let's hustle. It's to protect the wall. Protect the world. Cheer up and let's go. Yes, Your Highness. A few days have passed. During the day, I oversaw the repair of the defenses. And at night, I went to the Earl's house for drinks. There was no conversation between me and the Earl. We just exchanged drinks. The defense line was steadily being repaired. And my liver was also steadily being overworked. Damn. After spending much time pouring alcohol into my stomach, it took 3 days of drinking without saying a word for Earl Cross to finally speak. You have anyone you love? Sorry? I asked if you have anyone you love. I guess not. That's right. Think about it harder. You really have no one. I don't. Someone I love, huh? On Earth, before I started streaming, I was alone. I wasn't particularly loved by anybody, nor did I ever love anyone. I was only surviving day by day at myself by there. Yeah, I'm just adding words to that. As I started my streaming career, became more popular, I started to be loved by many of my Nerd Opa, we love you, not a girl. That's just a bunch of dudes. How much for twerking? Let me start with $100. Yeah. That niggas do that. You failed the mission, lol. Take off your clothes. Hey, yo. Nah, fuck no. That was just some them giving me one-sided love to me. Anyway, after giving it serious thought, my answer is nope. Sounds like you lived a dreary life, son. Funny coming from an old man stuck in his mansion drinking every day. And how about you? You have someone you love? I did. My wife. Only love of my life. She died 3 years ago. In this orchard, she was torn to pieces by the monsters. Damn. I had to proceed with her burial using an empty coffin. Coffin. That's crazy, bro. She was like ripped to shreds right here in your own home. The lord of this land has a jinx passed down from generation to generation. You could call it a curse. A curse. This city, or someone you love, there will come a moment when you have to choose between the two. There are no exceptions. From the distant lords of the past to my grandfather and father, no one was able to escape this curse. Yeah. And that curse also came to find me. Yeah. The monsters haven't moved much in the last decade or so. The city was peaceful, but on the contrary, the revenue decreased. City's finances were going bad, so I had to start a new business somehow. Then my wife told me that we should build a farm in the southern land of the fort. Inside the fort. The land north of the front line was already saturated. The empty southern lands were definitely attractive. The frequency of monsters' appearance had decreased, and there was also no magical contamination in that land. We thought it was worth the risk, and that was why I decided to expand the farmland to the south. Refugees from other lands flocked to it after hearing rumors that the land was fertile. And the number of the monsters was small, so they were defeated without a problem. Things went well for a while. This orchard was located in the southernmost part of those pioneering farmlands. As the wife and the landlord, he took the lead in transplanting trees and plowing the land in the most dangerous places. I remember the grapes my wife fed me, her soiled hand. In the past year of pioneering, the fruits grown here weren't so nice, but they were sweeter than anything in the world. We had hoped for a moment. Maybe instead of having to kill monsters, we could finally live a life of cultivating the land and harvesting fruits. And we hoped that days like this would continue into the future. But there was no way that was going to happen. It was the second year of pioneering. There was an alert that about 100 large monsters were approaching the city. I hurried back to the city. My wife tended to the orchard, waved her hand at me, telling me to be careful. It wasn't until I reached the city that we found out that they were split into two groups. That a dozen or so monsters broke away from the main unit and invaded the frontier. And killed a bunch of people. Yep. The main unit of the monsters was already attacking the city, and I had to choose. I had to choose between saving my wife at the frontier or saving thousands of citizens in the city. What do you think I chose? Chose the city. I did. Just as my family had done in the past. According to the principles I was taught, I chose the city. I locked the castle gate and blocked the monsters. After hours of fighting, we were able to defeat them all. And when I hurried back to the frontier, the fields were destroyed and all the settlers were dead. Hundreds of people were torn to pieces by just a dozen monsters, including the orchard and my wife. The Earl of the Frontier chose to stick by his duty, and in return, he lost what was the most precious to him. What was the problem? A frontier defense line that was too weak to stop the giant monsters, pushing the unreasonable extension of the front to the south. In the end, yes, it was all my fault. But what makes me suffer more than anything is the fact that in the moment of that decision, I abandoned my wife and chose the city. My daughter called me insane. She couldn't understand my decision and chose to choose the city over her mother until the end. And a few days later, my daughter left this place. Damn. The end. This is the result of protecting this land my entire life. My wife died. My daughter left me. And here I am, rotting in this place all by myself. This is merely an example. New landlord. I reckon you're already aware of what this front line is called among the people. City of Graves, you mean? That's right. This cursed city, built upon the deaths of many, will demand you to make a choice too. Damn. There will come a moment when you have to sacrifice your most precious thing to protect this city. It felt more like a prophecy rather than a curse. As if it was just foretelling the inevitable consequences of cause and effect. My family has lived through that sacrifice. However, this cannot continue. I will not hand over this cursed task. Not to my daughter. No. I see. That must be why you decided to return the title, in order to not pass it to your daughter. That's right. I want my daughter to get out of this cursed land and out of this cursed task. Watch his daughter be that red-haired bitch. That would be crazy. I want her to live in peace and happiness. The SSR ranked tanker. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, like, it would be crazy if it was like if it was the red-haired girl, but it's not. Okay, we talked about this lady already, bro. Tanker Evangeline Cross. The Earl was trying to his best to keep the character. I was trying to recruit away from this front line. Look, Your Highness, you asked me to help you in protecting the city. I've already protected the city enough, even after sacrificing my most precious thing. I want to stop now. In the eyes of the Earl reflected in the glass of the wine, the pride of a man who had defended the front line all his life did not remain. I want to die in this orchard, not on top of the fort wall. Only the man's remorse for not being able to stay by his wife's side in her last moments was overflowing. Damn. That was a good chapter. Those were a couple good chapters right there, man. Yeah, it's getting heavy, man. He has to recruit this guy. He has to make sure this guy, joins his cause so we can have enough niggas to actually protect this wave of monsters. Either way, we're gonna see what happens in the next chapters, bro. Anyways, I got nothing else for y'all. I hope y'all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all later.